This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Paul. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is another video. Thank you very much for finding the time to join me here as we take a look at today another classic watch 2024 possible. I think we're going to do today. We've been reviewing a fair bit the last 2 or 3 weeks. We need to start getting some new horses, I think. Today's horse we're going to take a look at is, I think, a contender for what I'm hoping to be the USA Classics. The horse has won a trial recently. It won the Grade 3 Lexington Stakes, securing itself some vital points towards qualification for the Kentucky Derby. It's only, I think, a 20 or a 30 point race, the Lexington. So it will be interesting to see if the horse can qualify for the Kentucky Derby. But there is another two classics after that, the Preakness and the Belmont. So I do think it's very rude not to try and get the horse on side now before the classics start in America. Before that, where can people find these horses? I know what you're all thinking. classicwatch24.great/site.net is the website where the horses will be found. I've tried to help you all as best as possible, trying to keep to the areas where the trainer of the horse is based, so people can just click on the specific area they're interested in rather than plough through them all. There's also a roll of honour as well from the horses' 2-year-old careers, and that will continue all the way through their 3-year-old campaigns as well. You will see that there's been plenty of US action already in 2024. The horse in question is called Encino. Encino, owned by Godolphin and bred by Godolphin, trained by Brad Cox and sired by Nyquist, out of a dam called Glittering Jewel, who herself raced for Godolphin, who was by Bernardini. People will see there that the record of Encino is 75%. It's never been out of the first two in its life. The horse has won 3 out of 4 starts for $315,000 so far in his career. Backing up the listed win in the John Battaglia Memorial Stakes at Turfway Park, with, like I said, stepping up to Grade 3 company, winning the Lexington on the 13th of April at Keeneland. Very interesting pedigree the horse has got, Encino. People will see that that's the bit people need to be interested in if they need to track the dam line. 22B is the dam line that Encino is on. And people will take a look at the historic site later on. But first, as our usual, we're going to take a look at the first 5 dams and see what they reveal. Then we will watch the horse win. And then we will get on with our lives, I think. Sounds a good plan, doesn't it? Right. Glittering Jewel, like I said, the dam of the horse. Sired by Bernardini out of a dam called Bedazzle. She had never managed to get her head in front. She only managed to finish second once in her 3 starts, earning just under £2,000 US. You'll see there she's already a black type producer through this horse that we're looking at now, Encino. But it's when we things will get very interesting when we get to the second dam already. People haven't got to go far in this one before they can stand to see where this horse is headed. The second dam of the horse, foaled in 1997, is called Bedazzle, sired by Dixieland Band out of a dam called Majestic Legend. People will see that she was a lot more seen on the track, seen 22 times and being in the first 3 in half of her starts, 11 out of 22, managing to win 4 times and earning $197,455 in what was a good career on the track. But really what she did on the track was put into the shade, really, because she is also the dam of Street Sense. Street Sense, you'll see there, winner of 6 of his 13 starts, only out for the first 3 in once of his 13 starts, winner of over $4.3 million. And what a magnificent stallion the horse has been as well. We'll take a look at that in a minute. You'll see at 2, he won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. At 3, he won the Kentucky Derby of 2007. He also won the Travers. He also won the Group 2 Jim Dandy. Group 3 Tampa Bay Derby as well. He was the 2006 Eclipse champion, 2-year-old male. Last raced at Monmouth in 2007. Entered stud at 2008. And he's still at stud now. We're going to take a look at his record in a minute. But Bedazzle, herself on her own track, didn't really get any black type at all. According to this, not managed to win a stakes race. But the pedigree was still good enough to produce a horse like Street Sense. People take a look at the stud record of the horse. It really is incredible. Available for a fee this year still of £60,000. $60,000, sorry. Darley US, you'll see it's been sowing in solid crops, really, all through its career of around 90 horses. It's done a lot of siring in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia. It's also had a year in Japan as well. And you'll see what a fantastic stallion the horse has been. Sire of 98 individual stakes winners. 42 of them have won graded races. But it's when you add them all up, once they get to a certain level, they don't like to get beat. 192 stakes winners in total, and 88 graded of those have been at graded level. You see there that throughout his career he's been a regular producer of graded and stakes level victories. The distances, you're safe to say really that you're in business. The 2-year-olds as well, maybe 5 furlongs, I don't know, but I do wish they'd split the 2-year-old up on race distance. It makes a difference, you know, but you'll see there that up to a mile, 69 of the stakes winners. You'll see where he's been well in Australia. Absolutely incredible record in Australia. 211 runners and 146 of them have won a race. They've won 32 stakes races, 20 graded races out of 211 horses. Totals in all countries, you'll see there's 130 in America, where he predominantly stands. Only 7 in Japan in that 1 year. 32 in Australia, 5 in Canada. He's not really a horse that we see very often here in the UK, unfortunately, or in Europe, really. He's not really done anything in France. So I had 2 stakes winners only in Great Britain, 2 listed winners. But around the world, this is a global game, horse racing. And around the world, this is a top-class stallion, in my opinion. Street Sense, it's fair to say. We're going to take a look now at the 3rd dam of the horse, Encino, Majestic Legend. Again, a good hardy horse, raced 42 times in her career, being in the first 3 in 15 of them, and winning 7 for just over $200,000. You'll see there, you see, you know, sturdiness in the dams. Majestic Legend managed to win the Calder Handicap at 4 in 1989. And she also won the Week of Fame Ladies Handicap. And she was also second in the Jenny Wiley Stakes, which is a Grade 1 race now. It was ran the other week. So again, a very solid 3rd dam of the horse, Encino. I think we're at the 3rd dam yet. Majestic Legend. The 4th dam, Long Legend, quite prolific. Raced only 6 times and won 4 of them. Only managed to win £20,000, sired by Reviewer in 1978 out of a dam called Lianga. You'll see there that Long Legend, let's give it away. There's the dam of Mr. Greeley. I was about to tell you that. Designated Rein de Course mare as well. No pattern race victories in her career. But again, another top-class stallion on this line. You know, this is a colt, Encino, going for Kentucky Derby, Glory. And there is some stakes winning stallions on this pedigree, without any shadow of a doubt. Mr. Greeley won 5 of his 16 races, but he was only out of the first 2 in 5 of them. 11 out of 16 starts, $474,000. Side by Gone West in 1992, Out of Long Legend, the fourth dam, of Encino. You see there, Mr. Greeley, very good horse. At 3, he won the Lafayette Stakes, Group 3. He also won another Group 3, the Swale, and the Spectacular Bid. Group 1, placed sprinter in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. And he was also placed in 2 Group 2s as well, the Jerome Handicap and the Hutchison Stakes. But I think as a stallion, for a horse that never won a Group 1, the horse did very well. Sadly euthanised in November in 2010 due to chronic laminitis after entering stud in 1996. What we can do is look through one of his sons at stud now. I just picked the first one I saw. You'll see there, Mr. Greeley. Side 1,100 progeny to race, 817 of them won. Earnings of over $97 million, 64 stakes winners, and 64 stakes place getters. Very good stallion in his own right. He was seen a bit more in Europe. Finchalbio won the Irish Guineas, might have won the UK Guineas as well. Thinking about it. There's other horses there that people might remember. Very nice horses going round out of Mr. Greeley. Vekoma. Vekoma is one I found that's only just retired to stud. Vekoma won 6 of his 8 starts and $1.2 million, only out of the first 3 in 1 of his 7 starts. You see at Group 2 level, at 2-year-old, he was a Group 3 winner. He won the Nashua. And at 3, he was a Group 2 winner of the Bluegrass. And at 4, he won a Group 1, the Carter Handicap. Oh, he won 2 Group 1s. He also won the Metropolitan Handicap at 2 as well. Good enough to win a Group 2 Kentucky Derby trial at 3 as well. He's at stud as well, standing at Spendthrift Farm for a fee of $15,000. None of them are yet to hit the track yet, though. Commenced stud duties in 2021. So he's one that people will be keeping an eye on this line, I think. But again, very interesting stallion, without any shadow of a very interesting horse, I think Encino. It's related to some nice colts. Lianga. Lianga is the 5th dam of the horse, foaled in 1971 out of a stallion called Dancer's Image. You see Lianga, very good mare. 21 starts. She managed to win 11 of them. She was only out of the first 2 in 5 of her 21 starts and earnings of $287,000, which in the early 70s was a fair bit of money, I think, for a horse to win. You see there Lianga, raced in France, maybe Maryland bred champion, 2-year-old filly, and the 1975 champion sprinter in France. I didn't really expect to see this when I looked at her. You see there. Apologies for that. The screen's just got a bit doolally there because I've actually entered full screen by accident through dropping the keyboard on the floor. You'll see there at 2, Group 1 winner, Pre-Wob at Papan, even though that race is a Group 2 race now. In 1973, it was a Group 1. At 3, she won the Group 3 Prix Maurice de Geest, and she also won the Prix d'Imprudence, and was 3rd over a mile in the Group 1 Prix de Moulin. At 4 over a mile, she won the Marois and the July Cup. Wow, what a horse. That was a Group 2 in those days, the July Cup, 1975. But now it's a great Group 1. She also won the Abbey, which has also been upgraded now from a Group 2 to a Group 1. And the Vernon Sprint Cup, which I think was the Haydock Sprint Cup, a Grade 2 in Britain as well. Very good horse. 3rd in the Sussex Stakes as well. 1975 champion sprinter in France. She is the 5th dam of this horse, Encino. She's also the 4th dam of Street Sense, and Mr. Greeley as well. What a horse. Absolutely incredible. 5th dam we've got here. Stronger than what I expected at the time, it's fair to say. There's others as well that I think If people go back far enough, we're going to see now on the historic dam site, there's definitely a few more horses to consider. Family 22B. You'll see our section is so close to the top of the foundation of 22B, a horse called Echo, foaled in 1928. I mean, there's Street Sense there. There's Lianga herself there. I mean, there's all these as well, leading us to a Kentucky Derby winner, a Canadian Derby winner, sorry. But there's Daniel Dancer, brilliant stallion in the UK and Ireland. Daniel Dancer. Again, one that exceeded its form on the track at stud, it's fair to say. Daniel Dancer only won 4 of his 11 starts and was in the first 3 in just over half of them, 6 of 11, winning £212,000, just over. He was a Group 1 winning 2-year-old. He won the Phoenix Stakes at 2 in 1995, and he also won the National Stakes. Hard to say if he trained on, really. Second in the Dewhurst. He managed to win the Grade 3 Greenham, which is a UK Guineas trial. For those who don't know, but watching this video, maybe not in the UK, and was also dropped back in trip then, really. The third in the Maurice de Geest at Deauville as well, which now is after that race. I'm not sure when it was then. You'll see it's a champion 2-year-old in Ireland in 1995. Fantastic stallion. Champion sire in Great Britain in 2009. And the champion broodmare sire in Great Britain and Ireland in 2016. Pensioned off in 2014 at Coolmore Island. But again, through one of his many stallions at stud, I just picked the first one I saw. People will see there that he sired 2,096 progeny to race. 1,415 of them have won, 67%. No, his Street Sense was at 69%, I think. Where does it tell you? I can't remember whereabouts it tells you now. On the summary, surely. Whoops, my mistake. That is, in fact, the wrong tab. Oh, yeah, we need to be on a son of his to find out that. So I have 1,400. It was Mr. Greeley who was at 69, wasn't it? 1,415 winners, earnings of over $176 million. 173 stakes winners and 119 stakes place getters. Stallion of Stallion as well, Master Craftsman, good stallion. Schwazier, very good stallion as well. There's plenty of others as well. Very good horse. Planteur, the horse I'm looking at here. Still siring Group 1 winners going round now. In Trushan, the staying gelding of Alan King's. Very good horse, Daniel Dancer. And if people go even further back than that, there's a couple of classic winners as well. Count Turf won the 1951 Kentucky Derby. They used to race a lot more in them days before they went to... They raced 45 times in his career, winning 8 times. Winning in the first 3 in 18 of his 45 starts. $166,000. You'll see there he was first in the Kentucky Derby of 1951. Entered stud in 1954 and died sadly in 1966. Sire of a Group 1 winner, Manassa Mauler. Don't know if that's the only one. I'm sure if it wasn't, they'd name it. Right. It's a good horse, Count Turf, in his day. Very sturdy, durable horse. And another one I found was Spangled Jimmy. Spangled Jimmy raced more times than Count Turf, raced 62 times, winning 24 of them and winning $67,000 in a winner of the 1957 Canadian Derby. I've said before in a few videos, Canadian racing is a lot more important in them days than it is today. I mean, look where horses like Secretariat, Northern Dancer were bred, as to the high standing that Canadian racing used to have. You know, very interesting line indeed, this section of 22B, I think. Very closely. We took it all the way to Count Turf. You know, and then you've got, they're just direct lines really to one horse. That's why it looks a bit beefier than what it is. But there's still enough stallions, I think, that have shaped the breed in the last, from the 80s onwards, really. Daniel Dancer, Mr. Greeley and Street Sense. To make me think that this horse here Encino has a little bit of a chance. 75% success rate already itself. Is it a classic horse, though? Time will tell. But for now, I think it's time to watch the horse win the Lexington Stakes, and then I'll be back briefly, and then we can get on with our lives, I think.
Goes in, first wire at the post. And they're off in the Stone Street Lexington Stakes. There goes Encino from the outside. Encino determined to clear the inside traffic before they get to the entrance to the first turn, and will do so. Encino moves forward and now starts to work down toward the rail with the early lead. The Wine Steward will go second right behind the early leader as they swing around that first turn. How's Your Attitude stacks up toward the outside, now moves forward carefully from in between horses into second. And Lucky Jeremy third was 3 wide around the first turn. The Wine Steward shuffled back into fourth. Hades is fifth on the outside. Secret Chat sixth toward the rail. Footprint is seventh. Dilger is eighth. Liberal Arts ninth and last for the move up the backstretch. The opening quarter, 23.55 seconds. Encino, the leader. Encino leads it by 3/4 of a length. How's Your Attitude second? The same margin. Here's the Wine Steward moving up to challenge for third, just inside of Lucky Jeremy. They're joined by Hades. Now, Hades is fifth, has to angle to the far outside, will be caught wide going onto the far turn, just over 2 lengths off the lead. And then further back, Secret Chat, Dilger, Footprint, Liberal Arts at the back. It was 47.28 seconds, the time for the first half mile. Encino leading the Wine Steward. The Wine Steward starts to move off the rail as they come to the quarter pole, still a length off the lead, though. Secret Chat goes to third, still 5 from the front. Dilger is fourth on his outside. Hades is still some 10 lengths off the lead, top of the short stretch. Encino, the leader. The Wine Steward is right alongside. These two now going at it, moving into the final furlong. Gap of 5 more lengths to Dilger, and then Secret Chat. Encino with a neck in front. The Wine Steward is second. Encino giving everything he's got. Turns back the challenge and wins the Stone Street Lexington under Florent Giroux.
Well, I don't know what you guys thought of that, girls, but to me, excuse me, I thought that was a very straightforward performance from Encino. He got in front nicely, and then at no stage coming down the straight did I think that the other horse the Wine Steward was going to pass Encino on the day. Very good performance, I think, but that was only a grade 3. We've got other very well-bred horses that have won grade 1 trials that could possibly be heading towards the Kentucky Derby. But without any shadow of a doubt, this Nyquist side colt has to be considered a possible at this stage, mainly due to the fact that he is related to plenty of top-class stallions. What more do people want to win a Kentucky Derby than a proven horse that has sired? We've looked at Daniel Dancer, 179 stakes winners, was it? Mr. Greeley, another 60 odd. Street Sense, 98. Vacoma, how many is Vacoma going to sire? Vacoma, very interesting stallion moving forward. A horse myself I didn't really follow as on the track. I didn't really. That's how much my identification of horses has improved now. Now, if it had won a pattern race, I'd have looked at the damn line of it and I've seen it. But people can only go at the pace they're meant to go at. But Encino, without any shadow of doubt, I think is a good contender, a possible at this stage. Right, I'm going to leave this video here now. We've been going on for nearly 24 minutes. What I will do is I will give everybody an opportunity to look at all the Classic Watch 2024 possibles on the playlist so far. I will include a link to that. And I will also include a link to enable everybody to click to subscribe who has watched this channel so far, this video, or the channel in the past, and has maybe decided that they want to subscribe now because they haven't done already. That's fine with me. Just use the channel as and when. This channel exists purely for me to embed the videos in my own websites. So this is the whole purpose of it. Anyone else who watches the videos and learns about the horses and maybe thinks, hang on a minute, These damn lines are quite important in racing. I'm going to start looking at them myself. Then, the more the merrier. But for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic Thursday evening. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Encino is a live Kentucky Derby candidate? Who do you fancy in the Kentucky Derby? I mean, me. I think it's the best Kentucky Derby I have seen since I started following US racing. It isn't even close. Or maybe they've all just been this well bred and I've only just learning about the horses properly. One of them has to be true. But for now, take care, everybody. Have a fantastic evening. Thanks for watching and goodbye.